jkgames, the gaming podcast where we bring you the gaming news we care about.
And maybe some that we don't.
And whether you play on easy mode,
or you like a good challenge.
This is a show where we'll try to level up your gaming knowledge. That's a weird horn thing that I do with my mouth sometimes.
What's up, y'all? Oh, this looks great, Jerica. Good job.
Thank you. Really last minute effort, and it looks great. Perfect. As you know, this does look different and fancy looking because there's more faces here. We have special guests here on the show. A little friend of the show. Now, I guess it looks like we're partners. It looks like we have either you guys or we have bought your company. And now
you've liquidated Spotlight Games. I'm just kidding.
Our price is really low, so that's not difficult to do.
But yeah, we have these special guests today. We have Patrick and Cayman here with us with Spotlight Games, and we are so happy to have them. They've been supporters of us. We've been supporters of them. Their show is very similar to ours, so we definitely recommend checking them out. If you like our show, we know you'll like their show. But today we have a lot on the docket. Lots of fun topics. We're gonna get to know each other a little bit more. My name is Kayla. If this is your first time watching, you're like, oh wait, I thought this was just the cast of this show.
Like, wow, this show's got a lot of people on it. Wow. Yeah. Well, it's usually just me and Kayla. We're your hosts on this gaming podcast. And we're go ahead, Kayla.
Hey, another thing that happens a lot is we interrupt each other on accident. It's just
there's probably something we can do to fix that, but I don't know what the proper
thing is to do. Hand, like, hey, it's my turn. But if you're listening after the fact, we are live on Twitch right now. We have started going live on Twitch with our episodes. Spotlight Games also goes live, right? Do you guys go live every Thursday?
Tuesdays at 8. Our episodes go on podcast services on Thursdays at 8 a.m. But we go live Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern.
Our audience is probably like, they have a schedule. Why don't you all have a schedule?
It sounds better than it is.
It really does,
So yeah, today we're still going to do our normal episode layout. Again, very similar to theirs, where we do have our easy mode. We talk about what we've been playing, get to know these guys a little bit more, what games they like to play, what they've been playing. We have our normal mode. We talk about news. Pretty dry out here this week. Not gonna lie, Jerica. Not a lot going on in the horizon, if you will. Yep. We will discuss. There's a couple things going on. Nintendo's got something going on, a Direct Mini. I think that's the first time I've heard of them doing something like that. I don't know. We'll speculate a little bit on that later. And then Ubisoft has announced that they're going to have something at Gamescom, which is interesting. Wonder what that's going to be. But yeah, anything, Jerica, what you got going on right now?
I'm just playing games. I'm here hanging out live. Luckily, Kayla's the one that really prepares the most, so she has all the notes. I'm just rambling now because I don't know what else to say.
It's hot.
Is it hot? It is moist where we live.
You're all from the south.
We're all in the southeast, so it's very hot for all of us.
Nice. Well, speaking of that, I actually read Japan is actually experiencing, I don't know what weather's like in Japan, but I feel like it is unique that they reached like over 100. So like the whole earth is really hot right now.
Dying. The earth is dying.
It's almost as if global warming exists.
I know, right? I feel like it doesn't normally get that hot in Japan. I don't know.
It does get hot as shit in the summer. I don't know actual temperatures that are normal, but I do know a friend of mine once, because pre-COVID we were supposed to go to Japan, my wife and I, and a friend of mine used to live there. And he was like, whatever you do not go in the summer because it's really hot.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Jerica was also planning on going to
Japan. Yes, we actually bought tickets and everything, had to cancel.
Same. And then it all died.
Yep.
There is a beach trip you do take in Persona 4 and 5. So
that's true. I forget.
During the summer.
That's true.
Alrighty. Well, let's do a couple quick housekeeping things. Shout out our new friends. But if you don't already, make sure you follow us on Instagram and Twitter. jkgames podcast everywhere. And on Twitch, so you can watch us live always, because we now do them live. We'll announce on Instagram when we are going live. Again, we don't have a great schedule set up yet. We work with what we can, but you should go follow us there to get notified. And then we also upload our Sorry, somebody just texted me about how we sound right now.
Oh, do we not sound great?
We also upload our episodes to YouTube. It's just JK Games Podcast.
Mystery.
So I and the two guests are quieter compared to Jerica, according to our audience.
Oh, that's unique. Usually I'm the you're the loud one. So let me turn. Let's see if I can turn y'all up a little bit.
I can also adjust my mic, but I will only do what you tell me to do.
Hey, thanks, Brian, for letting us know, though, for real.
I'll just scream the rest of the episode. So everything is just going to be loud.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead. We'll move on. We'll be nice and courteous and let our guests go first. Before we start, though, where can our if they're not watching live, if you are watching live, you can see their socials are listed on the screen. If you guys want to shout out, like, where can we find you? You guys working on something right now? Like, what's your primary area you want people to go? That sort of thing.
Yeah, so I'm Patrick. I am the host of Spotlight Games. You can find us on Twitter at SpotGamesPod or on Instagram, TikTok, or Twitch at Spotlight Games Pod. That's, like Kayla said, our podcast is very similar. We talk about what we're playing, the news, and then, if there's a topic that week. But if you were here and maybe you aren't, or not you'd obviously be interested in games if you're here. But if you're interested in other things, we have another podcast. And I'm going to kick it to Cayman to talk about that.
Yeah.
Putting me on the spot. Yeah, so I'm the host of Save Trash Cinema, the podcast, where we cover cult classics, exploitation films, and just trash cinema from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. And we release all of our episodes on Tuesdays. And we actually have one coming out tomorrow where we do a crossover between Save Trash Cinema and Spotlight Games, where we are reviewing the reboot 2021 Mortal Kombat film. So if that interests you and you want to hear us talk about fatalities and Bo Raichu, then come check that out. It's gonna be a fun episode.
And where can they follow the podcast, Cayman?
Oh yes, they can follow that at Save Trash Cinema on literally every single social you can think of. Now, whether we use those socials very well, that's a toss-up, but you can find us there.
Awesome, guys. Well, thank you. Jerica, did you adjust our audio? Does it seem better?
Yeah,
I guys in the chat, let us know if it sounds better.
I think everyone's a little bit louder because it's just coming. All of you are sort of like one level on my end, so I think I got it a little bit
Sounds
better.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna enter our easy mode and talk about what we've been playing. If y'all been watching anything interesting, any trash movies you've been watching recently.
Always.
All right. Late from lunch says we sound great. Thank you so much in the chat. All right. Whoever wants to start out of you, either Cayman or Patrick, let us know what you've been playing, what you've been doing, seeing, feeling.
Cayman, I nominate you to go first.
All right. What have I been playing? We'll see if I can do this. Okay, so I've been playing the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. And so I want to preface this by saying that I found out probably several years ago with the Scott Pilgrim beat 'em up that I was no longer a fan of beat 'em ups. Now I grew up on like the X-Men arcade and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade, and it was like, okay, now I'm no longer a fan, but this for some reason like hit nostalgia for me, and so I picked it up. And honestly, I fucking love it, guys. Like, it is so good. It just hits, like, it makes me feel like I'm like 6 years old again playing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time. Like, that was like my favorite game playing on the Super Nintendo. And so like it really has hit the nostalgic for me. They've added in like a lot of really cool aspects and features now. So there's like not a leveling up system, but like you gain new powers the further you play in the game. And if you perform better, you get like abilities to do different things. The game is soul crushingly difficult. Maybe not Cuphead level hard or like a Dark Souls level hard, but the game is not easy. But honestly, I would say it just feels good to play. Like it does feel like a beat 'em up arcade game, just modernized. And the soundtrack, oh my god, the soundtrack is just the most beautiful thing in the world. It is that beautiful 8-bit, like very peppy. You get the shell shock thrown in. There's a Surfin' Time song on one level that like I just was stuck in my head. I actually replayed the level twice just to be like, I want more of this song. And it's just like a really cool game. And it's cheap too. Like if you got a Game Pass, it's currently free. If you're playing it on Switch or Nintendo, there's currently a discount right now, so you can get it for like $20. So it's about 2 to 3 hours long. I haven't finished it quite yet, but about 2 hours in, so I'm almost there. But ultimately, I think price of entry is like well priced. The game looks incredible. It plays really well, and the music is fantastic. So if you have any nostalgia towards those types of games, then I highly recommend giving it a shot. You won't be disappointed. Patrick, your turn.
So thank you, Cayman, for that
You're welcome.
introduction.
I set the bar really low for you.
I disagree. So I have been playing 2 games. I finished The Quarry. So if you wanted to talk about The Quarry, I can talk about that. But I've been jumping back into Fall Guys now that that's on Switch.
Yeah, me too.
So I've been playing a lot of Fall Guys. That's really fun. Once I figure out how to stream, I want to stream Fall Guys because I think that'd be a fun game to stream. And I've been playing an old game, so it might not be interesting to talk about. Slay the Spire. Has anyone played this? Have you heard about this?
I've heard of it, but I've never played. I just know of it, but I don't know what it is.
This is a game that came out in 2017, so it's about 5 years old. I'm playing it on Switch right now. It was on sale for like $10. It's a roguelike, so it's very run based. So every time you die, you start over. But it's essentially like a deck building game, mixed with a turn based RPG, kind of. So like,
do you remember the developer behind that? Because it's a pretty large, or not a large developer, like an esteemed indie developer. Do you remember who it does?
I don't. But so as you go through, like whenever you like finish battles and stuff, you'll get like new cards, and you can choose from various cards in the it'll give you like 3 options. It's kind of Inscription like.
Yeah, I'm like, I didn't know I liked these games until I played that. So now I'm just like, ooh, okay, I'm looking it up now.
I can't stop playing it. It's, if anyone's ever played Curse of the Dead Gods or Curse of the Gods, it has a similar thing, which I've not played Inscription. This also might be an Inscription thing where every time you finish an encounter, whether it's you stop at the store or you fight somebody, you have a choice in like where you go on the path. And is that an Inscription?
Yes, a little bit, not too much, but just enough. So like always like left or right you can go. So
yeah, and it gives you like a full view of the map, and there are certain icons. So like if you want to avoid a harder encounter, maybe you'll go right for the rest of the map or whatever. It's really like, I'm having so much fun. It's like the perfect Switch is like my play while watching TV system. And it's like the perfect, if I'm like, my wife Rose and I were rewatching Westworld because the new season just started, and so I've just been playing it nonstop while we watch Westworld. So if you've not played Slay the Spire and anything that I said sounds interesting to you, it's $10 on Switch right now. Highly recommend it.
Okay, it's a good price. Thank you. Yeah.
Ayla, what have you been playing?
So you liked The Quarry, yes or no?
I loved The Quarry. It might be my game of the year.
Okay, hell yeah. Me and my girlfriend are playing it. I feel like we're about halfway through. I think there's like 12 chapters, I think, ish, something around there.
I think it's 10.
Okay, so we're a little over halfway then. So it's starting to pick up a little bit. No one's died yet. It's gotten really close.
I'm replaying it as well because half of the people died because my wife and I played it together.
That's how me and my girlfriend are like handing the controller back and forth. That's fun.
Yeah.
I want to play it soon, but I haven't started yet. I told them, Jericho, before we were talking about games a little bit before you jumped on, and we were talking about how I told them I have commitment issues sometimes with like longer games, so it really just depends. I also am one of those people, and we'll get into it later. We'll talk a little bit more like what y'all's like gaming taste are. I would love to hear more about that. A little worried about Cayman. Apparently, I should be a little worried about.
No, I was just being mean.
No. Well, come on, cut me. I mean, his favorite game is silly, but. Shh, Patrick. My favorite game is Elden Ring. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That's not true at all.
That says a lot about you if it is. And
absolutely.
That's very neutral.
It would say horrible things about me if that was the case.
He loves pain.
I love pain.
And suffering. So I actually tried out a new game. This came out, I believe it was relaunched this year, and it came out previously and got like very little attention. But I've been playing The Cycle Frontier. Have any of you heard of that game? No?
I don't think so.
Okay. So it is a free-to-play game on, I believe it's on Epic Launcher, I believe, on PC. I believe it is only available on PC right now, though. But it's kind of hard to explain. It's also similar to like a roguelike type. So if you die, you do have to start over. It's a continuous server, so like there's a hub based. Jerica, I actually think you would really like this game. I haven't talked to her about it yet, but it has like a massive like kind of online hub area where like you similar to Destiny, where you can see everyone walking around, you can see their little usernames and stuff. And there's different shops and quests you can do in this hub area. So like you can get a quest assigned to you by different sections. It does have a story. I'm gonna be honest with you. I kind of jumped in quickly with friends and didn't super pay attention to the story part. Kind of on brand for me. But it was just something I was jumping into pretty quickly. But it's kind of futuristic-ish. Kind of looks a little bit Horizon-y. With that aspect, and it's beautiful, absolutely stunning. The sound design is something that I'm super impressed with. It sounds beautiful. It's got some music, but mainly like the sound effects and the like weapon sound effects I think are really good. I know that's a very specific thing to call out, but it's always something I look for. It just feels very immersive. But it's published by Jaeger. I believe it's I don't think they've made anything else huge, but it's based off of Escape from Tarkov. Is that how you say that game? Escape from Tarkov?
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
But it's based on
why
the
do I know
same
that name?
similar gameplay. It was a very popular game on Twitch for a while.
Okay,
Everybody was
that's why.
streaming it. Very popular. But essentially, you're in this hub and you can queue up with friends or on your own. You can play with up to 3 people as a team, and so you're dropped into this map. It's I believe there's only 2 separate maps that you can play. So they drop you in these pods that kind of looks like one of my favorite games is Titanfall, and it looks very similar to Titanfall. They like drop you in. You're not actually in a Titan, but it just looks similar to that. I feel like the world kind of looks similar too. I digress. Anyways, so you get there, and your goal is to. You can have several different goals. You have quests that earn you money. It's also kind of like a mining simulator. You can mine minerals. And take them with you back to your hub, and it grants you like the ability to do upgrades and things like that to your armor, purchase more things, do missions, that sort of thing. But the goal is to survive, because if you die in this map, then you lose everything you brought with you. So you could bring like a super cool gun, bring a bunch of ammo, bring a bunch of health, but if you die, you lose all of that gear that you brought. So the stakes are high. Stakes are
So
high.
it's got like a Stardew Valley's like cave system.
Yeah, it feels exact.
Okay.
I love Stardew Valley. It's a great reference. It feels very similar to that, where your goal is to kind of like you get a lot of points and money for killing people in this game, because you could theoretically get in, sneak around, get the supplies you need. The map's huge, also get the supplies you need, get back to your ship. So you have like a drop base, and then you have a goal. You have to get to the extraction point essentially. And if you die in between there, that's when you lose all your shit and have to start over. But it's like high stakes. It feels like you're kind of gambling a little bit, because you're like, I could leave now that I got my thing, or I could keep looking for more things to get. It's looter shooter and like roguelike kind of combo.
I do like gambling.
Me too.
Dude, this sounds horrifying to me. My anxiety would be like, I'd be like crumpled up in the ball on the floor. Like, nope, can't do this.
It feels kind of wholesome because of the like area that you're in. It's very beautiful, and it's also the most anxiety ridden I've ever like been in a game. Aside, that's not a horror game. So there's also like dinosaur mutant things in the. So it's not only like characters like or like players trying to kill you. It's also like the environment is trying to kill you.
Oh
Also.
no.
So that's all I've been playing. That's the new thing I've been playing. Jerica, take over from here. Tell me what you've been playing.
Oh yeah, I've just been really into Inscription. It's a game that came out last year, if I'm not mistaken. And I just remember everyone talking about it, and I even picked it for our fantasy league, because we do the little fantasy league draft where we have a group of friends that we try to pick all the games that are going to be reviewed the best throughout the year.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I remember like seeing that game from last year, and I thought, ooh, that's gonna be a good game. And it's so funny because I just never got to play it. I saw there was a card game. Like, I bet this reviews well, but I don't know if I'll ever play it. But I guess I don't know if I saw it like in my feed, like someone else had played it and just talked about how weird it is. And what gets me like super interested in a game is a weird storyline. especially if there's gonna be any like fourth wall breakage situations. I'm in it. That's like some of my favorite types of things to happen in weird stories. That's why I'm such a big fan of like what Kojima does, because you just never know what to expect. And it's just weird. You never know what to expect, and it's weird. And you might not have any answers, but I don't know why I enjoy it. So I decided to give Inscription a try, but it is like a card game. So when Patrick, when you were talking about Slay the Spire, I was like, ooh, there's more games like this, like, because I actually don't remember playing a video game card game since like, I feel like there's like a Pokemon card game that I played on like my Game Boy way back in the day or something.
I played the Yu-Gi-Oh card game.
Okay, so like sort of like that, you know.
Shattered memories. Forgotten memories. No, it was forgotten memories on the PlayStation 1.
So like,
whoa, that was brutal.
I couldn't really see myself getting into that again. I was like, I was a little bit younger then, and maybe that was just fun. But so I gave Inscription a try, and after I sort of learned about, it's very easy to grasp. Not. I mean, I don't play poker or I don't even know how that's played. I know nothing about card games except like Go Fish and like the basic things. So I was able to learn how to play Inscription, so anybody can do it.
Kill it in some speed.
Yeah. But what makes it really interesting, without giving too much away, because I don't want anyone here that's thinking about playing it, don't look into it. Just go in it blind. Because there's like moments
It's only on PC right now, correct?
Yes, which I actually wanted to play it on the TV last night, so I set up. I downloaded like on my Apple TV that little. There's like a Steam streaming app. And it actually didn't work too bad. It's streaming from your computer, but it actually worked good enough to play Inscription. I probably can't play
lag?
Yeah, there's a little bit of lag. So you can't play anything too hardcore. Yeah, I'm not gonna be doing that. But for like Inscription, it's perfect. Anywho, it is a card game. There's a little more to it. You get to pick your route, and sort of the same thing. You're risking, like, you have choices to make throughout each run, because it is like a roguelike, so you will like go through and die and have to start over with your deck. And your deck, always, you start with the same 5 cards, and as you go through, you pick up, you can take risks to make better cards, you can take risks to combine cards. You might take a route that you get to pick from 3 random cards. And there's a lot of that in there. And of course, there's like bosses that you will go and fight that have different types of play styles, and they're all cheating. I feel like at every moment, you're always behind. Like, you're just always getting screwed. One of the funny things that I've experienced with it so far is that every time you die, you get to make your death card. Like, you get the guy that the boss is like, takes a picture of you, and it's like this funny little figure, and they have white little eyeballs. You're like in a shadow of a person, and you get to name the cards. So I've been naming everything very a lot of profanity in my decks. That's all I'll say. There's one that's named Butthole, and Booby.
Hell yeah.
So
very profane, Butthole and Booby.
That's the.
Told you guys, we make it weird.
That's the worst ones. Hate to I took a picture. Well, I might share it on Twitch. Like, I had a deck, and it was just like, oh my god, if my grandmother saw this,
My name.
They're all named Gwilliam. Just Gwilliam 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah,
perfect.
There you go.
That's my.
I haven't done
that's
that yet,
my
but I want
ideal
to now.
deck.
Oh my god.
So like
you see, it's kind of horror-esque too, right? Yeah, like it's kind of scary.
Yeah, so like the guy you're playing against, you don't really get to see the face. He like puts on different masks. So it's like the same guy, but he's got different personalities.
Love that.
You're in a cabin and you're trying to figure out, can you get out, or you keep sitting down at this table to play with this creepy guy. All I'll say is this. I finally beat it, and I thought I was gonna beat the game. But that's just Act 1. It was just Act 1.
Oh, shit.
I thought you beat it.
And I probably played like 6 to 8 hours of it so far.
That's like getting the rug pulled out from underneath you.
Yeah, because I don't want to look up anything about it. It's taking me that long to figure out.
So you don't want to know how close you are.
Yeah. well, things happen in that game with each round. You can like get up and like look around the cabin. It's like an escape room, so there are like little
Ooh, I love a
clues.
good
The clues like hidden around the space that could help you out.
It sounds awesome.
Oh god,
Yeah,
it's one of the coolest things I've ever played. And anything I know I just told you more than probably what I should have told you, but honestly,
Sure.
there's gonna be surprises, things that happen that just you're just like, what the hell am I playing? This is so cool.
Yeah, hearing that, I will say the one hang up I have with Slay the Spire is that there's like no story. It's just a game. Which so like that's because I love playing games for their stories, so I'm a little disappointed by that. There's some like these like events that you'll come across. Sometimes there's like it's not even dialogue. It's not like there's nothing being told, but there is no through line. It's all just it's a game first.
Let me sell you on this game then. It's called Elden Ring. And let me tell you, it probably has less of a story than Slay the Spire does. And it's a 10 out of 10, guys.
Jerica tried Elden Ring once on live.
Yeah, it was a tragic thing.
I want to take a moment and I need some pats on the back for this.
Okay.
I am not a Souls guy. Like the only Souls game I've made far enough in to really even say I've played a game was Bloodborne, and I snapped a controller, and that's why I quit playing. I platinumed Elden Ring.
Whoa.
So
okay.
You know? And it's all Patrick.
Very impressed. At the beginning of the year we did a predictions episode, and one of my predictions was that Cayman was gonna love Elden Ring. And so I'm just glad that I got to be right with that.
Wow.
It's so wild because like honestly, I absolutely hate Elden Ring. And put 110 hours into it. So
I feel like that might be my relationship with it as well. Like it's not like if I had time to sit down and play it, I think I could really get into it. But you know, Kayla, like just like our friend Josh, like he had a lot of hesitation to like it. But he hopped in and was pleasantly surprised. It was better than expected.
We had
it took me about 60 hours to enjoy it.
Oh my god.
No, I can't do that.
Yeah, that's way too much.
No.
It was okay, so there was like a point it was like probably about 15 hours in. I killed Margit. Or not Margit, which is the Margaret or whatever the first boss is you face. And I beat it, and I did it without pants on. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna run this
in
game.
real life or in the game?
Probably both. In the game for sure. I can't remember if I was wearing them or not in real life. But I was like, I'm gonna meme run this game and do it all without pants. So I killed so it became a joke. So I was like, I'm spite playing this game just to do this without pants. And then once you hit like 30 hours, I was like, okay, I'm not as bad as I thought. And then 60 hours, I was like, well, we're 60 hours in. Let's go. Like, we're fucking doing this.
It's on now.
And then you hit a certain point and you're like, but what if I platinumed it? And then I can rub it in other people's faces. And I 100% platinum this game out of spite and spite alone. And it is my game of the year. So.
Wow.
That's a statement. I love it all.
What art.
As Tim Geddes likes to say, video games are awesome.
Yeah. Wow.
Agreed.
Wow. I think Josh, are you in the chat? Please tell us how you feel about this. Because he's our friend who was like a Dark Souls hater. And he was like
he was converted.
A hater. And so he hate played it too. He was like, all of our friends were giving him such shit. And he was like, okay, I'll play it. And he loved it. And was like,
he's like, well, he has this long drawn out like explanation of what he was expecting versus what he is experiencing, and I loved it.
Yeah.
It was it's a very good episode.
If you're listening and you want to go back, it's on our YouTube if you want to watch the video version. Okay, Jerica, was that all for your playing?
Yep, that's it. Playing? Yep.
Okay. What I would love to really quick, I want kind of a basis, and I feel like it would be good for both of our audiences of what type of games you typically like. What's one of your favorite games of all time? And it's hard to pick a favorite. This can be like a part of our easy mode really quick. One of your favorite games of all time and like the types of games you typically go for. Because just because something's one of your favorite games of all time doesn't mean that's like a representation of your game style, if you will. So I'd love to hear both of those things from you guys. And we can say ours too for your audience also.
Yeah, please. I'll start. So I know I'm in good company because my favorite game is The Last of Us.
Oh,
And it's not even close. Like it,
yeah.
And it's that. So when you think about like the 2 games that I've talked about playing, those are pretty not normally like the kinds of games I play. I'm much more like story driven, third person action, and it doesn't have to be third person action. I play games for stories more so. But before the podcast, Kayla's asking me about these books. They're all my wife's. I don't read. I play games for stories. I read sometimes. I can read, and I sometimes do. I did read a book this year, as a matter of fact.
Impressive.
Just one.
You got me beat.
What'd you read?
I read the book for Station 11, which I really loved the show.
I did.
That
show
is
was
incredible.
Great. That was a great show.
Show's
so
incredible.
Fucking good.
Yeah, the book is fine.
Okay.
The show is unequivocally, like, objectively way better, which I don't think is often the case. We can talk about that another time because I would love to talk about that another time. But yeah, I'm very much like a story driven guy. I don't have a gaming PC. I'm on a work PC. Don't tell my boss, although I don't think they would care. But I'm in the process of getting a PC. So like once I do, I want to play more things like Inscription. But I'm very much a console guy, and I love a good story.
What's your console of choice? I do see your PlayStation sign in the back there.
So I do have this PlayStation neon sign back here. I would say PlayStation is my console of choice. I am one of those people that is extra with credit card debt, and I have all of them.
Yes.
But I prefer, like, if it's on PlayStation, unless it's a game I don't want to spend money for and it's on Game Pass, I will play it on PlayStation if I can.
It is the ideal gamer, for this generation. I feel like if you're able to, or I'm in a similar boat. Can't beat the Game Pass option to try out stuff.
Nice. All right. What about you, Cameron?
Ooh, okay. So I'll start with what I normally play. So I am a big JRPG guy. I love my Personas. I love my Tales series, like Tales of Arise, another platinum I got recently that I just absolutely adored that game. So a lot of the games I play, I love turn-based RPGs, especially. Like I cut my teeth on Pokemon. And so, like, I feel like there's a whole generation of people just like me who are like, you grew up on Pokemon, and like, then that just became. Then you played something like Final Fantasy, and then you played Wild Arms, and then it just kind of ruins you for the rest of your life because when you have conversations with normal people, they're like, "What is wrong with you?" That's me. However, saying that, my favorite game of all time, Bulletstorm. It is. The greatest game ever made.
I forgot about that game.
I'm looking at
it. What's his face from Gears of War? That was like his little side project, right? Or am I remembering wrong?
It was from People Can Fly were the developers who made Outriders. Who's it? Gears of War? Was that Cliff Bleszinski?
Yeah, did he have something to do with
Gears of War?
I feel like he had something to do with that project, but I could be wrong.
I want to say the voice actor who plays the main character does the same as Marcus.
Maybe that was the.
I could be very wrong on that. So like as we've said, like we run another.
Was the design director of Bulletstorm.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes a lot of sense.
Being hyped up in the chat.
Oh yeah. By the way, late from lunch is like Bulletstorm. This guy bangs. Okay.
Yeah, he did. No, I don't, but it's fine. No, so yeah, Bulletstorm is one of those games. Like, I love trash cinema. I love things that are just outrageous and dumb. And Bulletstorm is one of those games that, like, it's from start to finish, you can do it in 6 hours. And like, being a gamer who has a full-time job and who runs 2 podcasts and like has other shit they want to do, like, it is the perfect like pickup on a weekend. You can crush it in one sitting, and there are so many dick jokes. Like, it is the most 12-year-old sense of humor, and for some reason that just like hits for me. Also, there's like you get points for like kicking people up in the air and then shooting him in the ass. So why wouldn't you do that? Like the whole look. There's not there's so many shooters out there, but there is not a shooter like Bulletstorm. And the fact that we will most likely never get a sequel is the biggest travesty in the history of gaming. And I am saying that even about Earthbound 3 never getting ported or never becoming anything. So, that is a hill I will die on.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
I love how passionate you are about this. I have to say this is my first time hearing anyone be passionate about Bulletstorm. So I love that.
Well,
it's cool.
you brought on the worst person to be on this episode because
if you want,
I know there's things that we need to talk about today, but like we can spend the rest of the day me talking about how there's a Duke Nukem edition of Bulletstorm. So,
I'm going out on a limb here. Did you play Dead Island?
Yes.
I thought that it's the very like it's trash.
Yeah, Dead Island is another just weird game that like shouldn't exist in real life.
But I kind of love
thank
it.
God it does. Oh yeah, no, absolutely. There's so many.
I love zombie games.
Even Duke Nukem Forever is a game that I'm like, this game's ass. But man, there's some moments that are really fun. Like you can throw poop at people. I mean, who doesn't want to throw poop at people? Okay.
I mean, I don't, but like I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, see, that's all I need. You don't need to understand fully, just appreciate it. Okay.
Yeah, right. Jerica, do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
Oh, I just sort of want to download Bulletstorm. I don't know why. Like, told me I've never played it.
It's currently on PlayStation Premium. You can literally cloud stream it. Here we go.
All right, I'll go first, Jerica. I have my ideas. Okay, so games I normally play, I have a weird range of things that I like. I am a big first-person shooter gal. I love to just like eliminate people. Like I love to just shoot people all day, in games, obviously.
Yes.
But yeah,
for legal purposes, only in games.
Yeah,
I don't know. This is America, guys. That's probably totally fine now.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah, I love first-person shooters. I love sim games, so I love simulation games. I love Stardew Valley. I love Animal Crossing. I love Cozy Grove. I love cozy sim games. I love 2 Point Hospital. It's ridiculous. Love it. Any kind of sim game, love it. All about it. The weirder and more specific, the better. Like really random, like very specific sim games. Love that. Really hard to pick my favorite game. So I do love games for stories as well. I was joking earlier, but I do have a hard time dedicating a chunk of my time to a game. So if I do, I really enjoyed it if I saw it through. Last of Us Part 2 is one of my favorite games of all time. It's up there. Jerica made me a Last of Us fan. I think my experience really made it one of my favorite games of all time because I timed it right to where I played the first game for the first time right before the second one came out. So I immediately played the second one right after playing the first.
He was a husk of a person afterwards. That was a lot
Yes.
Oh yeah,
it'll definitely do
I'm
that
still
too.
dealing with the fallout of that story.
It's really hard to pick. So I'm gonna name a couple. Jedi Fallen Order is also one of my favorite games of all time. Life is Strange True Colors, another recent one that is also my favorite. I love like I also forgot to mention I love horror games. But I also love like I'm a big advocate for mental health, so I love games that like dive into those topics and like are more psychological and like real life based as well with like fun powers. So that one's up there. If we're talking older, I have a couple of random favorites that are very strange that I love. I love Ape Escape 3. Ape Escape holds a special place. I think something's gonna happen with it.
One day.
Viva Pinata is also another one of my favorite games.
I haven't thought of Viva Pinata in forever.
Yo, you gotta come on a Viva Pinata.
Bring it back.
Bring it Hey, bring it back.
Bring it back.
Yeah. That one, and Super Mario Strikers, the first GameCube one, is also one of my favorites of all time. Man, nothing beats it. So that's kind of like me in a nutshell. I have random tastes. Jerica, take it away.
I think I've always been an online player gal, believe it or not. But my loyalty is hardcore. Like you only have really one, room for one MMO in your life. So I did play a lot of World of Warcraft. The kids say WoW. I think they still say that. I haven't played in a long time. But I played a lot of that in college, and I think the biggest thing that what I enjoyed most about it is that I got to play with my friends, and I thought that was really cool for the time. That you could play with, up to 20 people and do a raid that could literally take days. I don't know why I do that to myself because it definitely doesn't align with who I am. Like, why am I signing up to do a grind? You might not even get anything you want with a lot of people you may or may not get along with. But I do it anyways because it's fun. It's something that I'm addicted to. Like, it's just the grind, and I hate it, but I love it. But now that game that has sort of taken its place is Destiny. I've been playing Destiny since it came out, Destiny 1 and now Destiny 2. Usually I take some time off from Destiny. It's just like WoW, like it's a commitment. There's a lot that you could do, but once you get to a certain part, it is easy to get burned out unless you have people to play with. But Destiny has done something really cool in the past couple of years where it's just a lot of content. It's almost too much content, but I'm not gonna shame that because they're doing something that is working because I have not stopped playing for like 2 years. Pandemic sort of accelerated that because that's how I was hanging out with friends and like doing stuff when I couldn't leave the house. So and we didn't have to work as much, so I got caught up on Destiny, and it's just so much fun because it combines what I love most about games, first person shooters and MMOs. Got to play with people to really have a good time. So Destiny is like my favorite game to play. I have to say that, but my favorite game of all time is definitely Mass Effect. Like Last of Us is there, like it's there, but Mass Effect is the first game that I played that really like changed my life in a way that like that was a great story. That was something cool I've never seen in a game. Like literally I've heard interviews where like a whole room could be filled with script from that game just because like a whole like to the ceiling because there's so much different dialogue. Like every character you can pretty much interact with. I'm not counting Andromeda. Andromeda was okay. It wasn't bad.
Sure.
But it wasn't what I was hoping for from BioWare. But Mass Effect, favorite game of all time. Last of Us is right there.
I hear you.
And I played too much Destiny. That's me in a nutshell. That's all you gotta know.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Viva Pinata changed my life, Jericho.
Let's go.
For the better.
Okay.
Hey.
I don't want to.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's okay. My name is Mayo. 1, 2, and 3 changed my life. And all you do is tap a fucking mayo jar. So, experiences come in all shapes and sizes and mayo jars, apparently.
I am going to play Mass Effect in honor of Jericho. I've downloaded it. We will stream that at some point.
Before?
Never played it before.
She knows
it's so good.
You should stream it. Nothing. She
I'm
knows nothing.
Yeah. I know zero things. Yeah. Except Fem Chef.
That's awesome.
I gotta play as Fem Chef.
Yeah, that's all she knows.
Yeah.
So yeah, awesome. Now we know each other a little bit better.
Yeah.
We can move on. I forgot to mention I have a PC, which I'm primarily playing on right now. I have Game Pass for PC. Don't have an Xbox. I have a PlayStation 5 and I have a Switch. That's like my primary gaming. And right now, primarily PC playing is what I am. I also love Apex Legends. That's like my first person shooter of choice right now. Can't lie, I've been playing Fortnite a lot. No build. Kind of got me in script. Can't help
That's
that.
fair.
I had like an 8-day period where I was really into Fortnite, and I was playing on Switch, and then I learned that on Switch, I guess it's a lot easier. So I was like, oh, that's why I'm enjoying it, because I'm winning so much on Switch. And then I tried on PlayStation once and got my ass kicked, and I was like, I don't do multiplayer that much.
All right. Well, let's move on to, we have a tiny bit of news we can kind of breeze through. I want to hear y'all's thoughts on it. So let's move into our normal mode, guys. So Gamescom, didn't know, I hadn't heard anything about this until recently, but it's been announced for a little bit, like the dates. It's August 23rd through the 28th, I believe, according to their Twitter. But the reason I noticed is because Ubisoft tweeted out that they're confirmed that they're going to be showing something off there. And I know that Patrick had said, I don't remember seeing this, but that Sony is not going to be there. Is that right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What do we think Ubisoft's got up their sleeves?
Just Dance 25, whatever.
And that's
the
only thing they're going to show.
There's some moving and some grooving that I haven't had in a while, and I need my Just Dance, okay?
Germans
Wait, hold on. Is Just Dance the one with the dance pad, or is that a different?
No, that's
actually, what is Just Dance?
That's
I feel like I'm not.
I don't really know for sure. I just know they always have that lady up there dancing at the shows.
Yeah,
they make a big deal.
It's like a rhythm game, but like if you're playing on Switch, like you hold the Joy-Con, you're like dancing to Lady Gaga, and you're like punching and kicking, and it'll like track your movement. A lot of people use it as like a workout game.
Cayman,
Well, as a beefy boy, I probably should do that.
I think you found your like #1 fan in our chat because Late from
It's
Lunch
about
just
time.
said, "My name is Mayo is my only platinum."
Wow.
Okay, then look, if you got 2 more hours, my name is 2, even better. My name is Mayo 3, not as good, but still really good, and it'll also break your goddamn heart. That game is so fucking sad.
Yeah, trigger warning for my name.
Holy
is
shit! Yeah,
Wow,
there's gonna be some
okay.
tears there.
Yeah, it is
Okay.
really, really sad.
Okay, but to point of the news story, I think it's about time like that Ubisoft is going to have to drop some news about the Mass Effect, or not Mass Effect, the Assassin's Creed MMO that's coming out. And
yeah, I forgot about that.
especially coming off the heels of the fact that they've had one of their worst seasons in terms of money intake. Like, they have to announce something huge, or Yves Guillemot is going to be like, there's just no question about it. I mean, the thing is like, you guys are person shooter fans. Have y'all played Extraction? Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six? Exactly.
I played
like it's a Tom Clancy game. That is a huge thing. And the fact that we're not going to get a Division 3 for presumably another 10 years, also a travesty.
It is.
So, yes, the only thing, like, so if they're going to be there, they're going to have to announce an Assassin's Creed game.
Yeah.
That's just it. If they don't, then Ubisoft's fucked.
Yeah.
Just gonna say it.
You're not
I'll be the
wrong.
one. I'll be the bad guy.
That's funny.
Come over there and give you a spanking. I think that. So they've said, I think, I could be wrong, I think they said in September is when they're going to reveal the next like mainline Assassin's Creed. So I think you're probably right that that's when they would do like the MMO or whatever it is going to be. The dreamer in me hopes that they show Beyond Good and Evil 2, but I know that's not going to happen. Like, that game's got to be dead at this point.
Also, was it Skull and Crossbones, the pirate game that's been
Skull and
in
Bones.
development for like 30 years? Yeah, like,
but
come
the
on, guys.
the realist in me says that's probably where we first see the Avatar game they're making.
Oh
yeah,
Pandora,
right. I totally forgot about that game.
Yeah, right. And it's the people making the Division, so I don't know.
Can we overturn James Cameron's rights, please? Like,
I'm not gonna say no.
Just still wonder, like, who's wanting the blue
anymore,
Avatar? Like, why? Who's asking for it?
I mean, 1.7 billion in the box office. Someone wants it.
Yeah, they want it. It's not me.
I don't.
Disney.
But, yeah.
I don't.
I'm a Disney
The thing
fan.
that just
I don't want this.
It upsets me because the team working on the game should be working on Division 3.
Yes,
that's what the fans want.
That's what we should be getting this year. I feel like it's time.
What if this was actually just a ploy to make the Division 3 an Avatar game?
Oh my god,
it is,
I'm done. You know what? I'm logging off, guys.
I don't remember what that world is called, but it's the Division gameplay in the world of Avatar. What is it called?
Pandora.
Oh, Pandora.
Pandora.
Right.
I actually hate myself that I know that.
Yeah, and it'll be NFTs with the unobtainium resource.
NFTs, yeah. Oh my god. Well, we wrote it. We just wrote the game.
There you go. Take it, Ubisoft. There's your paycheck.
Yeah.
All right. So we got that. We got that coming up in August. We also have.
Oh, sorry. Late from Lunch said the free to play Division spinoff is coming soon, right? I must have missed that. I don't remember reading that.
Sound the alarm.
Hold on.
I don't remember hearing that either, but I'd love to hear more about it.
Give us sources. Give us
the Division and Division 2 are like incredible games. Absolutely incredible. No story. I don't know what the story is,
here we
but
go.
man,
Actually,
the gameplay loop is incredible.
I sort of remember this now. Heartland is a standalone free-to-play game coming from Ubisoft. So the Division Heartland will be a free-to-play survivor shooter.
Ooh, I'm sold.
Don't tell me it's on mobile.
Oh no.
Supposed to come to PC and consoles 2021, 2022. Okay. So that we might see more of that too.
Okay.
I don't know. That's all I sort of remember it, but it wasn't, like I said, I already forgotten. So I don't know if they did well with messaging.
Studio? I guess it's a different studio.
Maybe.
So they currently have you can register on Ubisoft's website to play in early access mode of the game. And you know what's fun about this? You know how old this is? They still have Google Stadia listed as a place to play it.
Well,
speaking of, rest in peace.
R.I.P. Oh yeah.
Or yeah. Well, that was short lived.
Well, in the same sort of vein of what's gonna happen, don't have any idea at all, is this Nintendo Direct Mini. Interesting.
Bayonetta 3. Bayonetta 3. If we don't get some Bayonetta 3 news, then we're never getting Bayonetta 3.
Is there not a release date for it yet? Is that still not a thing?
No,
or oh wow.
not yet.
I don't even know if
hope
there's a
there
release
is.
window.
Huh.
Like that's
Well,
I don't think there's a release window yet.
I think they've said this year. I hope it, because in our fantasy critic league, I drafted Bayonetta 3, so I'm really hoping.
Ooh, we should compare our fantasy critic leagues. That would be fun.
Yeah, Cayman's
Well, I don't have to worry. Yeah, I don't have to worry. I have an Elden Ring, so
Yeah. Who has Elden Ring on ours? Is it Kyle? I can't
I
remember.
don't remember.
We have like 10 players in ours.
Wow.
I think there's
1, 2,
a lot.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think 7 or
Ours
8.
is just 3, so
Oh. I overestimated our friendships. I was like, yeah, we got like 10
It's
people
10,
in there.
yeah.
All right, so Nintendo Direct Mini. This is exactly what the tweet says. I saw this today, and I was like, I don't know what this means. A new Nintendo Direct Mini partner showcase is on the way. So watch on demand via YouTube tomorrow. If you're watching live or listening to this after fact, probably already happened. Sorry about it. 6 a.m. Pacific time for roughly 25 minutes of info on an upcoming third-party Nintendo Switch game. No, this is games, plural. Okay, interesting. Okay.
So Patrick sent me a tweet earlier from Nebellion, and it mentioned that there was a leaked release date for Mario plus Rabbids, the sequel. So I would have a feeling that like that's a third party. They'll probably announce, like, show some. They might even announce the release date. That might actually come in Ubisoft's.
That would make sense, actually. Yeah.
So it could go either way there. But yeah, I definitely am just falling back on, like, because there's no E3 and Nintendo is doing this, like, there's gonna have to be some big announcement for like something.
Yeah.
I think that now's the perfect time. Like, Bayonetta 3 has been announced and it's just been in limbo for the last few years. So let's just see some gameplay. Give me 25 minutes of gameplay, Bayonetta 3.
It is 12 games.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
I feel like now is as good a time as any to show that Persona's coming to Switch. The only reason I think that maybe that won't happen is because when they announced it at the Xbox showcase a few weeks ago, the next day they were like, it's also coming to PC and PlayStation 5. And they didn't say Switch. So like it'd be
Oh man.
Unless they were specifically waiting for this announcement, it'd be kind of weird that like 2 weeks later. But I'm hoping that that's what that could.
That would be great on Switch.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Hear me out.
He's having a vision. Cayman's having a vision.
Freedom Wars 2. It's not coming on the Vita because we'll never get a Vita 2.
Who made
that? We're
that?
getting it for the Switch. I have no earthly idea, but
Freedom
man, that game
Wars?
slapped.
Yeah, it was a Vita game.
And if you weren't on Vita Island, oh, the Vita is one of the greatest handhelds of all time. I would put it ahead of the Switch.
So
I would.
Oh, that was a Japan studio game, so it was published by Sony. So
unlikely. Shit, never mind.
Yeah, unlikely.
All right, take it back. Take it back.
That's funny.
We're done. I've just ruined all credibility I had, if I had any at all to begin with.
Jericho, what do you hope to see tomorrow?
Trying to think, like, I honestly, my hype factor for Nintendo is not the highest right now. I don't really know I don't know what to expect because it's sort of like everybody else. You don't really have like a rhythm to their announcements from the past 2 years. So I'm like, is this like a placeholder for something else? Or is this going to be just like all we get from them until, like, I don't know, the Game Awards or something? I really have no expectations.
Yeah. I'm the same. Honestly, I'm the same. But y'all, I think everything that y'all said sounds very likely. I'm interested. I'm intrigued. I'll watch it.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll definitely talk about it next week. But I'm down. I figured we could save our question that we always ask our guests for the end, right before we wrap up.
Sure.
But I would love to get into our expert mode where we talk about some fan castings. And I had some people that must have missed the announcement for this that came out a couple weeks ago-ish.
I'm gonna have to say, I have to urinate. I never do this when we're live. Don't worry, I'm not gonna do it here, but I am gonna go to the restroom.
You pee?
I mean, we can get weird.
Okay, cool. You wouldn't you wouldn't know.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think.
That's
all right,
fair.
I'll be right back.
Intermission.
Keep going. No, y'all keep going. Keep going.
Oh, I kind of want to. Okay, so the question we're gonna ask later is, and if you are watching and you've been a guest on our show, you would know this question. We're gonna ask them if you were being summoned by black magic via a cauldron, specifically. What 5 items would you put into the cauldron, stir it up, and summon you? So, not gonna have them answer yet, but this is just a little tease, little tease for later.
Little teaser.
Um,
I mean, do we want to wait for her to come back, or do we want to keep talking about?
we can go ahead and start fan casting because
Okay, cool.
I think that you said you have a lot to discuss.
Not a lot. I wasn't sure which characters. Well, no, I wasn't sure which characters, so I have like 5 or 6 different characters from each.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely just picked the 2 main characters, Kratos and Aloy, and then I picked several casting choices. So maybe I'll even myself.
Oh, that's nice. That's a nice variety. Okay, so let's start with. I know that Jerica didn't have a ton of time to put some stuff together, so I'll have you guys start.
Okay.
With. Do we want to start with God of War or Horizon?
It's at the top of my notes, so let's start with God of War.
Okay. God of War. So in the chat, feel free to send your suggestions because I would love to know what you guys want as far as God of War TV show casting. And I believe from the article that came out that it's going to be on Amazon. That Amazon is providing.
I think that's right.
Yep. Amazon will be doing God of War, and then Netflix is doing Horizon.
Yeah, I think this Netflix Horizon show is going to be dope. I'm really excited about
me
that.
too.
I watched a lot on Amazon, so I'm not 100% sure how I feel about. Have y'all watched anything?
I mean, their production quality is because they got Bezos money, right?
They
got big baby Bezos.
They got big baby Bezos bucks, and so like that. Yeah, this new Lord of the Rings.
Bezos.
This new Lord of the Rings show, it has like an unlimited budget, and so I'm sure. Yeah, so
I mean, the budget for The Boys is silly.
Yeah.
Like, silly.
I forgot about The Boy. I normally, this is kind of a derail, but it's fine because we're waiting on Jericho anyway. I cannot watch The Boys. I normally don't mind like graphic content, but damn,
it doesn't get much more graphic than The Boys.
See, here's the thing. Okay, so I've read the comic. I read the comic.
I'm a comic fan, though. I forgot to mention that.
Well, then I'll put this into perspective for you. If you can't sit through The Boys, the TV show, I would say just don't even attempt to read the comic because the TV show is like tame compared to some of the things you see.
I just heard The Boys talk, so yeah, I've been watching it.
No,
the comic is insanely disgusting and so graphic. Like it'll shake you to your core.
I was telling them, Jerica, I don't know how we got here. I think we're talking about Amazon. That's what it was.
Yep.
Also, we have in the chat, Arcamero loves The Boys. Yes, he does.
Nice. It's really good.
We were talking about Amazon because they're doing God of War, the show.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna start with that, by the way. I don't have many thoughts because I haven't played it. I played it, but I didn't finish it. I started it, but yeah. The boys can't watch it. It's too much for me. It's too graphic for me, Jerica. I can't do it.
You know,
it doesn't bother me normally, but that first episode, this is kind of a spoiler if you've never seen it, but like when his like girlfriend or whatever obliterates into thin air,
I was like
I can't do it.
The most recent episode of The Boys, no spoilers, but anyone on this call, has anyone watched the most recent episode? Obviously, yes. Kayla, you haven't.
Hero-gasm?
Yes.
It is unhinged. It is the most
Isn't
graphic
it like a huge
shit.
orgy?
No. You think it's unhinged? There's a 6-issue mini series that attaches to The Boys, the comic. I literally had to put it down at one point because I was like, this is hit levels like American Psycho the novel. Like level of really... like I can't
But like I've just on TV, I've never seen a close-up shot of someone's butthole.
Yes.
And
same.
See that
and then we have a new TV. It's large up on the TV.
Dude,
and, you know, I'm just trying to sit with my girlfriend and had a nice TV, and I'm like, well,
I'm gonna help everyone out here. Ooh. Next time you have to stay at your parents', this is if you hate your parents, but if you stay at your parents' house, pull it up, leave it on that one scene for the entire time. it will burn that image into the screen. So when they turn on their TV, all they will see is just a giant asshole.
And they just
forever.
like they'd call me. I'd be like, "Hey, I got this on my TV. How do I get it off? Like, where did it come from?"
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What did you get? It looks like a giant asshole. Like, what have you been watching, Mom and Dad? Then you put it back on them.
Oh, gaslighting. We love to see it.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen? Have you guys seen? In the chat, they also mentioned Invincible. Have you guys seen Invincible?
Yeah, Invincible's incredible.
Also graphic.
Very graphic.
Yeah, that was brutal as hell.
Yeah, can't do it. I've heard it's great. Did you see that Kojima said he had to scrap an idea that he had very similar to The Boys, but he scrapped it?
Of course he did.
Interesting.
I'm kind of
making The Boys.
No.
Something similar.
It would be the most incoherent shit you've ever seen.
Yeah, just
be like, I don't know what's happening, but there's a giant butthole on the screen.
And it's,
we would be
and
the
you have to
butthole.
carry it
Somehow
across
we
the
would
country. Like, I don't know how you're able to carry it, but you have to. You have to carry it.
This giant anus
Yeah.
that you're just carrying in a sack with you, and it talks to you. That anus, you know for a fact, if Kojima did it, it would talk to you.
This is it would have teeth.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
Human
Come
teeth.
on.
Oh yeah.
You know, this is gonna be the clip that we use to promo this video.
Yep.
Great.
This has to be it.
Sounds like a normal Spotlight Games episode.
God of War cast. Let's talk about it.
Well, not a butthole. They can't.
Yeah,
they can't
yeah.
be here.
Can't be.
I think the obvious choice for Kratos is Tom Holland.
Yes.
It's a good. Yeah. Okay. Well,
No.
maybe if he shaves his head, right?
Sure. Cayman, why don't you start us off since you only prepared the protagonists?
Okay, so I did mine as a want, who we will probably get, a wild card, and who it will actually be. So my want is Jason Momoa. Now, this requires him to shave his head, but 1, he has the physique. 2, he has that like take the Jason Momoa from Game of Thrones. It's not like Aquaman where he's like the surfer bro. But like, you need a stoic and he's already got the beard. If we're jumping straight to the Norse version of God of War. So I think he fits the archetype for me. Who we would probably get, Dave Bautista. I think he might be a little too old to play the role. However,
a little bit. Amazon has that money.
Yeah. I mean, it just depends on when they pick up. Like, if they pick up in the Norse mythology and that's where they start, like, I think it works. Like, Dave Bautista could be, because, he's older. Kratos is older in it. So I think Dave Bautista could be. Wild card pick, Billy Zane.
Who's
the only reason I picked him is because he's bald. So that's my wild card.
I would pay for a Billy Zane Kratos.
Who we will actually get, or like who we will actually get, Chris Pratt.
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
I respect
100%.
the joke. I respect the joke unequivocally, but there's simply no.
No.
This is not a joke, Patrick. I don't joke, Patrick.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. You were the most stoic. Maybe you should be Kratos.
Late for lunch says
I can't
Pitbull.
grow the beard.
Pitbull. Yeah.
Look, Kratos
Mr.
is worldwide.
Worldwide.
He
It's
is worldwide.
Yeah.
It is worldwide.
There's
yeah.
a joke here.
Yeah.
That's terrifying. But you know what? I like it.
I like Jason Momoa a lot.
I like
he was
that.
on my list. I was also thinking Winston Duke, who plays M'Baku in Black Panther.
Okay.
He's
That's
got the
a solid
build.
choice.
He's got the build.
Yeah.
I think he's a great actor, and like he hasn't had that like breakout. Because here's the thing. I think with both of these shows, I don't expect them to cast like a AAA all-star as the lead characters.
And
I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Well, I
want them to
mean, I
either.
think Amazon could pull something off like that because Amazon has the money to dump for something like that.
Yeah.
I don't even
So,
think.
I mean,
I don't even think from a budgeting perspective. I think I could like looking at other shows that they've done, like with the Wheel of Time, like Rosamund Pike, and not to say that she's not like hyper successful, but she being the lead actor in that show, she's not like a AAA blockbuster type actor.
Sure.
With Lord of the Rings, I mean, I don't think they've announced any of the cast for that. But yeah, I feel like because I had put the question out for our audience, and friend of the show, Skylar, who actually it's his birthday today. I doubt he's in the live, but happy birthday, Skylar. He had said just use Christopher Judge, who's the voice. And I was like, I think that's a great idea, but the dude's 58. Like,
Yeah, he's old.
I just don't know that. Even if you do the Norse God of War. 58 just might be a little.
I think
too...
he also has some back problems. I think that was
Yeah,
the reason like they had issues like doing voice work. I remember reading that. So yeah, same for me, man. I'm in my 30s and I still couldn't be Kratos. My back hurts too much.
Jerica as Kratos.
Yeah, I'll try.
We can start a petition for it if you want.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can get signatures.
All right. Well, if the people want it, I'll do it. You know, I'll try.
I can promise you right now, Lunch Meat would vote for you.
Okay.
I'm voting already. I've submitted my ballot.
Change.org is already up.
So that I actually was going to say Christopher Judge because I think that it just makes sense because I do see how it wouldn't work. But he already embodies like Kratos and already has like, I mean, you got the voice, you know, you got the energy. I really like the Jason Momoa pick. I think that's a good one, especially like the energy, like the rough and tough, like that sort of thing. You could also honestly pick from the Vikings show. Like honestly, a lot of them. I haven't seen. I've seen like a couple episodes and I actually really enjoyed it, but a lot of them fit like the aesthetic that you would be looking for people in that game. So anybody from Vikings, and it's a great show. So you know they're good actors. Yeah, I didn't really have any other like hot picks that I do for Horizon. I have some hot picks that I'm really excited to talk about. But
is anyone gonna say though The Rock isn't he like a shoe-in for this role? He's in everything else.
Think so.
They can afford him.
I mean, I know him and Vin Diesel have beef, but it could be either one. They could flip a coin. Like
Patrick, Vin Diesel.
I considered it. I would be lying if I said I didn't consider it.
I just think of the most popular bald men.
He's a gamer. He was in the Game
Awards. He is a gamer.
He is.
And he's also he doesn't have the body anymore.
That's true.
The Rock has the body.
Yeah,
he can make it.
The Rock has the body. Vin Diesel, he ain't got it anymore.
How dare you talk about our family?
Lord and Savior.
Look,
family.
It's very likely that I'm the biggest Fast fan here, including in the chat.
Really?
Okay.
Oh no, 1000% you are. Probably in the world.
Oh no, Cody, our friend Cody.
Oh yeah,
big Fast fan.
But I'm not.
Okay, so
I'm not going to try to
see
outdo Cody.
The trivia Duke off there because Patrick is a fast guy. Okay.
I don't think he's in the chat, so he can't fight for himself.
So I guess
Patrick lives his life a quarter mile at a time.
Okay. It's not wrong.
R.I.P. Paul Walker.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't think I could see him as like one of the gods, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I bet he's begging to get in it though. Like they're both gonna try and then try to kill each other, probably.
Yeah.
You know?
Probably.
Okay. Patrick, you said you casted some more people.
So yeah, I mean, we can just kind of go lightning round here. If anyone has feedback for Atreus, it's hard to cast kids. Like I don't have like a big, but so for this, I put Timothée Chalamet.
Oh,
you know, yeah.
Timothée, you picked Timothée.
Chalamet. Yeah, Timothée. Yeah, we've cast him in things before on our show.
Yeah.
For Freya, I put Tendiwe Newton, who, if you watch Westworld, she plays Maeve in Westworld.
Oh yeah.
I think she's a great actor, and I think she'd do great there. If anyone is a fan of What We Do in the Shadows, Matt Berry from What We Do in the Shadows, he's the like the British white guy vampire. I think he'd be a great Brock. And Brock is the dwarf who has a foul mouth. And then his brother Sindri got to be Nick Cage.
Ooh,
because like those characters are going to be fully CGI. So really it can be anybody.
I'm sold.
But Sindri is like a really like weird like scaredy cat, and Nick Cage is having a moment right now.
He is.
And yeah, I had put Jason Momoa as Baldur, the main antagonist. But and actually like thinking of his Aquaman like surfer bro, Baldur's got some surfer bro energy. Like he is like,
you know, you could have literally just cast the actor who played Baldur.
I could have. I don't know who
he's
that is.
like he's a fairly, I mean, well, I say fairly famous actor, but he's famous enough. Like
let's do that then. I don't know his name, but he's in. And then last one, Mimir, the head that goes along with Kratos, I said is Alan Cumming. I think he'd be a
Okay.
great
Oh, that's a
Scottish
solid
actor.
choice. I like that.
Should be
Jeremy
a EGOT winner.
Davies.
Oh yeah, he's
Jeremy
from
Davies,
Lost.
Patrick.
He was in Lost. He played
He is. Yes, he
Daniel
is.
Faraday.
Whoa.
He's
Oh,
got a
yeah.
good voice.
He was
I love his
also
voice.
he was also in the 1996 classic Twister.
Oh yeah, he was. He's a great actor.
Which is one of my favorite movies, and I don't know if I'd noticed that ever. Like, man, I bet he was like super young. That movie's old.
Yeah,
I met Bill Paxton once.
Oh, I'm jealous.
Nice guy.
Let me see.
Nice guy.
Was this before or after? Was this before or after he died?
As a matter of fact, this was before.
I'm a big Ghost fan.
Yeah.
Big Ghost fan.
Yeah.
I saw a fan casting online because I was doing a little research, and Danny DeVito as Brock.
Whoa.
I saw.
That's good.
Yeah.
Danny DeVito as Brock, and then Charlie Day as Sindri. I saw that.
Oh my god, that casting
Always
would
Sunny
be
crossover.
incredible.
That's really good.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, you could have a day man, night man energy going on there.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's really
So I
good.
saw that. I thought
Absolutely
that
love
was
it.
fun. I think those are all great though. Again, let us know in the chat if you're listening after the fact. Like, go on both of our socials and like on the post that we put, like, go share your ideas because I love this. We did one for the Last of Us HBO show. Did y'all do a casting for that?
We didn't have a podcast yet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But
we
we
did
would
one. It was not right.
Yeah.
We didn't get it right. Okay, let's move on to Horizon. I have some thoughts on Horizon, so I can start it off.
I have
So,
one for
Horizon-
that too. I am prepared a little bit for Horizon.
All right, lead us, Jerica.
No, I don't want to
want you
lead
to
because I
lead
don't
us.
know any
Okay, I'll lead
actors or actresses. I'm looking it up because I don't have them written down. Well, I'll say this.
So-
I bet you know. Sorry, I keep saying no, yes, no, yes. But I'm gonna
here.
say Aloy should be played by that lady that's in what is it? I'm so bad
Game of
with
Thrones?
no Marvel
yes.
movie, new Captain America. What's his name? The Hawk Man. I'm really bad with names.
Chris Evans?
No,
Oh wait, the new Captain America.
the new one. What's his
well,
name?
Sam
Sam Wilson
Yes.
is going to play.
No, but there's a. Did you
No.
watch the series? Did you watch
Oh
the
yeah,
TV?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
who's
know
the
where you're
girl that ends up being bad? She's trying to be bad. She's got curly
going.
hair.
Yeah. Who is that? Let's look it up.
Oh,
I saw that also pop up
Uh,
online, but I thought to myself too. I'm like, oh, you could play Aloy. I'd like her as Aloy. She's like an
Her
up and coming
name.
actress. I really
Yeah,
enjoyed her
yeah.
in What I keep
What's
wanting to
her
say Winter
name?
Soldier, Falcon.
Yep.
There it is. That's the bird.
Falcon and Snowman is
What
what
is,
my mom called it.
what is her name?
Oh,
Yeah.
Carly Morgenthau.
Yep.
It's her. The
Carly
actress.
Rae
name.
Jepsen.
Yes, plot twist.
Either one.
Her character's name is that's her character name is Carly Morgenthau. The actress's name is Erin Kellyman.
Yes.
I think that's a great idea.
Mhm.
That'd be a great.
I really liked-
like smaller.
Yeah. I think that's a small name. I like that pickup.
Mhm.
I like it.
So mine are not small. Well, I guess it depends on how you look at it. So, we've seen this a lot. I've seen this a lot as like a recommendation, but I think it's literally perfect is Rose Leslie from Game of
Mhm.
Thrones.
Sure.
He's my wild card pick for this.
She looks I know you can do some modifying, especially hair, you can change it, but Rose Leslie fits the embodiment of I feel like young Aloy, not like young weird looking young Aloy. Weird. But you know what I mean.
Yeah, she's a.
Oh no, she's a solid pick.
Yeah, I think she looks similar. She's got the same vibe. I think she's a phenomenal actress. She's in some other things. I think she's in
She's
in
right
Time
now
Traveler's
in-
Wife.
Yep. Mhm.
Yeah,
Mm.
that just came out on Hulu. Great book. I've put off watching the show because I will cry. So that's that. Another pick. She's kind of hot right now, like going on in the news. For Stranger Things, Sadie Sink. I think
yeah.
would be a good pick.
Oh,
Okay.
interesting.
She's
You
a
went
little
with her.
younger. She's a
Interesting.
little
You went with her.
Can I
Mm,
interject with a question?
Yes.
Does she
No.
have to have red hair?
No.
Yes.
I feel like yeah. I feel
Okay.
like
No,
yeah.
okay,
I feel
here-
like yeah.
If she doesn't, it has to look. I don't know if they got to make it look good.
Here's my
Reddish
thing.
Auburn.
We've seen a gingeration from a lot of big roles.
Gingeration.
And so I feel like if you get rid of another redheaded person from that is
Okay.
stereotypically redheaded, there's gonna be like 20 people on Twitter who are real mad. And I don't know if Netflix wants that wrath right now.
Will not
all
accept
20,
it.
all
Ginger Nation will
20
not
of
stand
them.
for this.
So
think
speaking of people, speaking of people with red hair and Stranger Things, my want is Maya Hawke. I think if she just worked out a little bit, like she's got the spunky personality.
Oh yeah.
She's got the
Okay.
We
Uma
were just talking
Thurman
about her,
swagger.
Erica.
Yeah, I was freaked out
Yeah.
because I did not know who her parents were, and my
Yeah,
girlfriend told
it's
me
kinda
that, and I was
crazy.
like, "What?" Now I see.
She would
it.
actually fit pretty well. Yeah.
Yeah. So who we will probably get, Zoe Kravitz.
Mm.
I'm just feeling like we're just gonna end up with her because she's hot right now, and they need someone. And if it wasn't her, it'll be Zendaya. And I don't think Zendaya would debase herself to do this. However,
I would love both those choices.
That'd be pretty
like
cool.
you said, my wild card was Rose Leslie. I think she's a great pick.
Yeah.
However, who it will actually be, Chris Pratt.
Voice of Chris Pratt, base of Zendaya.
There you go. I want to watch
No,
that.
no, just Chris Pratt. Just exactly how he is.
Yeah.
Chris Pratt just wearing like a skirt and like a bralette.
A red wig.
So
Wait, he
you're
already has
saying,
red hair. That's right.
He
Ginger
does, yeah.
Nation.
He already got Ginger
That's right,
Nation. They're
perfect.
back. They're backing him. Sure, I don't know.
am I colorblind?
Yeah, he's got reddish, brownish.
Reddish
hair.
hue. Okay. No, I'll
Yeah.
accept it.
Okay.
I was surprised.
Patrick, I'm assuming you've probably cast the rest of. I mean, okay?
Some more. I have some more.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
sorry,
Kayla
I just-
speak.
I'm sorry. I know I came on your podcast and I took over. I'm sorry.
No,
I will take it. Okay, hold on. Wait. I'm muting myself.
Oh.
No. I was just saying I didn't want you. I have a couple that we can go back and forth. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's discuss Errand, shall we?
Yeah. Oh, I think we shall.
Let's discuss him. Jerica, do you have any picks for Errand? Have you thought about this?
Don't say Chris Pratt. He's already been
That's what I was
cast
about
as
to
Aloy.
say though. That sort of
you
makes
can only
sense.
play so many roles.
I know, but he makes sense for that one.
That's actually true.
Like,
actually is
you
true.
could do a good job with that.
like Cher's West Side Story, this will be Chris Pratt's Horizon Zero Dawn. He'll play all the roles.
Yeah.
That's a really deep cut joke, by the way.
This might be a little more niche. I don't know. I think a lot of people watch this show, but my pick was Steve Howie. He plays in Shameless. He plays Kevin in Shameless.
Yeah. Is Kevin the main character?
No, he is the
Oh yeah.
So,
Yep.
yeah.
Okay.
So Steve Howie, look him up real quick. I would show him, but it probably won't work on the. I don't think it's gonna. It probably won't work. You can't really see him. Kinda.
Yeah, I like this man.
I think that I love him. I don't know if his vibe necessarily fits. I don't know how in shape he is. Like, I'm not sure, but I think his face kind of fits the same, like, looks. But I love him as an actor. I love Shameless. If you don't watch Shameless, it's really good. But yeah, that's my pick. Anybody
dig
else
it.
have a-
So to inject some more red hair into this, Cayman, for you, my pick was actually I don't know how to say it. I'm going to do my best. Christopher Heavue, I think maybe. He played Tormund in Game of Thrones.
Ooh.
Big red hair.
Yes. Oh my god. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's go. I love
think
him. He was one of my favorite
he's
characters in
really
Game of
great
Thrones.
actor. He's also in
Yeah.
The Witcher season 2.
Yeah.
Because I had trouble with Errand, and so, but then I was like, because I feel like with adaptations, so often people try to just like recreate the exact same character, but it's like the whole point of adapting something is to like put your own spin on it. So let's make Errand a Norse handsome man. You
That
know?
same actor would do well in God of War as
Yeah.
well. I think.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
We just need a whole cast of beefy boys,
Beefy boys.
and then Mile Hawk.
Steve
I
Howie's
will say the one character that I will stand behind, and if they do not cast him as this role, I will revolt. And that is for the casting of Silas,
Silence.
Lance Reddick.
Yeah.
Silence, sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lance Reddick literally has to play the character because it's
If
literally
he does
him.
it, it's done. Yeah.
It's just gonna be so offensively bad.
Yeah.
I will say, and I'm not sure if we're done here, but there's another Sony property that will be turned into a movie.
I mean, I got a lot to talk about.
Neil Blomkamp is going to be helming a Gran Turismo film.
Yeah.
So weird.
I want these are my picks for that. I want Chris Pratt, who will probably get Chris Pratt. Wild card pick Chris Pratt, who we will actually get Timothy Chalamet.
Okay.
So we needed that joke so much that we had to just skip the rest of the cast. I agree. Cayman.
Gran Turismo, voiced by Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
Just no, it's him. It's him with like wheels and feet, or wheels, right?
Yeah.
It's just him with wheel hands, wheel feet, and then he just runs on the ground like he's doing a bear crawl.
I will Photoshop something beautiful for this.
Please do.
Yeah.
Can we go back?
I'm sorry, my joke's done. I'm muting myself again. Let's go.
Patrick, please take over.
So I have 2 picks for Aloy. One.
Oh yeah, you would do for Aloy.
No, that's okay. That's okay. You might not know her by name. Her name is Jasmine Savoy Brown. If you've watched The Leftovers or Yellow Jackets more recently, or if you've played Spider-Man Miles Morales, she is in all of those things. She's really good. I think because like the thing with Aloy is kind of like, well, maybe not kind of like with Kratos, but we need someone younger, especially with Aloy, because she's got to fucking slide under these robot dinosaurs.
True.
And I think she's just a really great actor. Or I would like to cast my friend, Devin Hales.
Okay.
Who, if either of you have ever watched Teenage Bounty Hunters on Netflix, she is in that. She is an actor, successful, and she's got a strawberry blonde situation going.
Let's
go.
I'll vote. Can we vote?
Yeah, Devin.
Can we vote?
Almost certainly you're not listening to this, but if you ever are, I think you'd be a great Aloy.
Oh, nice.
That's who I had as Aloy.
That's so cool.
Side note.
Also, Teenage Bounty Hunters, you guys should watch. It's actually a really good show on Netflix.
It's true.
What's her name again? Let me look.
Devin Hales.
Devin Hales. Side note, Yellow Jackets, one of my favorite things to watch this year.
Great show.
So good. Devin Hales. Let's see.
She was actually on an episode of STC. She was on our Zombievers episode.
Nice.
As a guest host.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she would be great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's vote.
Ross. Do we want to talk about Ross?
Yeah.
A very short role.
Very short role, but impactful. Important.
He dies in the first hour. So yeah.
Yeah, but
impactful. Yes.
Impactful. I think it sounds like everyone here has watched Game of Thrones based on other things we said.
Yes.
The guy who played as the Hound.
Yeah, let's go.
Rory McCann.
I'd like to see him in a father figure role, you know.
Take it to the bank.
Let's
go. Okay,
and then to keep the Game of Thrones theme running, Ted Farrow, Sean Bean.
What about Ted Farrow as Rhys Darby?
Remind me.
He's in he's the main character in Our Flags Mean Death.
Yeah.
You just need some levity, okay? We haven't cast any levity yet.
You know what? How about we put Rhys Darby in your Gran Turismo movie with Chris?
Okay.
Pratt.
Perfect.
Featuring Chris Pratt. Okay, I have a pick for Ross. I have do any of you watch This Is Us?
Absolutely.
I don't watch it, but I know it.
Chris Sullivan, who plays what's his name? I do watch it. Toby.
That was
Toby
Damon.
This Is Us.
Oh, Toby.
He's got, he's a father. He kind of sucks in this last season, not gonna lie. But I love him. He looks
ringing
like
endorsement.
I vote for him. I think he looks like him. I know you don't have to look like the same person, but I think he's a nice father.
Yeah, no, he's got the build.
He's a beefy boy.
Another beefy boy.
Yeah,
we need more beefy boys.
He could also be Errand if he's not Ross.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. He could.
Can we just cast Troy Baker as something? We need more live action Troy Baker.
We do. We're gonna get a taste of it soon, so I can't wait to. We need him in more things. I'm down. Put him in. Put him in some stuff.
Man, the hair that they would give him in Horizon.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh my god.
Be majestic.
Oh man.
Nice and flowy. That is all that I cast myself.
Same.
But whatever else we got, I would love to hear more.
That's all I had, because like with Horizon, there's so many characters, but
Yeah.
so many of them like no shade, but like so many of them just like aren't memorable.
Yeah.
Love the game, but like there's so many characters
Agreed.
that I couldn't think of anyone else.
Agreed.
Yeah. All right. Well, we can move on to my favorite portion of our collabs that we do, which is our summoning question. Jericho, do you ever find the exact verbiage? I can't remember.
Hold on. Let me.
It's important that we get this right.
Yes.
And we were talking earlier, and in the future, not sure of a date yet, we will also be on Spotlight Games, their show with them hosting, and we will answer We've never formally answered ours, so
How's that for a reason to follow us?
Exclusive content.
Yes.
Never gotten before.
Exclusive.
What's the verbiage? I'm gonna search through my notes app using a word from the sentence.
Summoning.
There we go.
Summoning. Black magic, if you will.
Oh, found it. All right. If we had to summon you via black magic, what 5 items would we need to complete the summoning of Patrick and Cayman? Yeah. I mean, if you want, you can combine them, or if you have 5 separate things. So,
let's go.
Patrick, I'm gonna let you start with this.
Well, I'm changing my lights to red because I feel like that's the vibe for this.
Nice. Yes.
This can be.
They don't show up very well as red, actually.
This could be gaming related or not. Doesn't matter. Just you as a person.
None of this is gaming related.
Okay, beautiful.
The first ingredient, gin.
Ooh, what specific gin?
Accurate.
There's a brand called Etsu. It's a Japanese gin. It sounds pretentious. It's not. It's just I just like Japanese gin.
Cool. There we go.
It doesn't have it's not as piney as a lot of other gins. So if you like it for the pine, then you might not like Etsu. But a jalapeno chip. Love a jalapeno chip.
Good old hot chip.
Oh yeah. A chocolate milkshake. Give it some thickness. Give it some sweetness.
Yeah.
Because parts of me are thick, specifically in my butt.
Oh, it is, boy.
Wow, I'm
I'd
jealous.
like to say
several C's.
Yeah, I got a fat ass. And
we're learning so much about you.
Yeah. A picture of all my cats, there are now 3, but that's one item.
Yeah.
Because I can't put you can't put the cats in because then they die. And that's,
yeah, exactly. You gotta be realistic.
I'm not here for that. And then this one, it might sound weird, but stick with me. A pill bottle of any kind. Now you might be asking yourself, Patrick, are you a pill popper? Yes, but because a doctor tells me to be. It's prescribed. I've been taking pills like my whole life, like a lot of them. So I just feel like that it's very like a much a me thing.
Yeah. So just the bottle.
Yeah, just like any pill bottle. It can be ibuprofen, it can be sulfasalazine, it can be meloxicam, like whatever it needs to be. Just any pill bottle.
Wow, that was good. I feel like we
got a little variety, little history.
I like that.
Little
spice of life.
Good answers.
Little spice.
Well,
a little spice. Cayman.
I hope you guys are ready to be disappointed following up that. Here we go.
Chris Pratt.
So I would start the first item. Yeah, Chris Pratt. All 5 are all
Chris Pratt. Regret.
Tears.
Depression. So for mine would start with a full garbage bag. What's in it? Doesn't matter. Is it a few weeks old? Absolutely. It probably has something sloshing in the bottom. It's a garbage bag. John Waters' mustache.
That's a hard item to find.
It's only one person that's got it.
Does it include the skin, or is it just the hair?
You just gotta shave it off.
I guess the mustache is just hair anyways. It's not like, okay, I'll do
I mean, you can take his full lip. If he knew what it was going to be used for, John Waters would probably hand it full lip intact and be like,
Can I ask a follow-up question before you move on?
Yeah, sure.
What happens if someone puts in another person's mustache? Is it like an evil version of you that comes out, or like one with like?
No, honestly, it'll probably be a version that comes out with a 6-pack and has their shit together.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So not me.
I've got
a better version of me, probably. My third item would be 2-week-old leftovers pulled directly from the fridge. Most likely Chinese food.
Okay.
My fourth item, cold beer. Doesn't really matter what the beer is, as long as it's beer and as long as it's cold. And then lastly, a VHS copy of the 1988 trasherpiece Hollywood Chainsaw.
Wow.
And there we go. That's literally like that was my whole memoir. That's actually I took that directly from my notes page where I'm writing my memoir, and that's literally all I have written down. So
just in case the audio clipped for me, just in case the last word of the movie is not there in the final edit. The movie was Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers.
Yes.
Just in case. Okay, because it cut for me, so I wasn't sure if it cut for everybody.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. It's Linnea Quigley. The original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Leatherface, the Gunnar Hansen, he's in it. Yeah, and those are really the only two people you should remember. Michelle Bauer, she was from Penthouse. She was a Penthouse Pet of the Year, whatever they do at Penthouse. I don't know. I'm not up to date on my 80s pornography. I'm sorry. Okay, but Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers.
Wow, I feel like we know you guys so much better now.
Which might not be a good thing, but
I love it. No. Jericho,
they're like,
from future episodes.
they're like, Patrick was like, you have arthritis? Oh my gosh, and your butt's so big? That's I love to hear that, Cayman. You were a literal dumpster fire? Fantastic to learn. Love
Chinese food, yes. We love it. Hey, just wait. We'll have plenty of time to prepare for our answer. So, thank you guys so much for coming. This is so much fun.
For inviting us.
It was a blast.
Yeah.
I'm shocked we were invited.
You had me real life chuckling. So
you guys
That's
are
all
awesome.
I wanted.
Yeah, y'all are awesome. This is so much fun. Seriously, you guys, definitely go follow them on their stuff. I'm gonna have them, especially if people are just now tuning in or like you didn't catch the beginning. Would you guys shout out your podcast one more time, both of them?
Yeah. So if you want more video game podcasts, Spotlight Games, you can find us on all services by searching Spotlight Games. We're on YouTube, we're on Twitch, twitch.tv/SpotlightGamesPod, which is the same handle for Instagram and TikTok. If you want to post TikToks for us, let me know. And then Twitter @SpotGamesPod because of character limits. So Spotlight Games Podcast. Cayman.
Yep.
Yeah, and you can follow our other podcast at Save Trash Cinema on all social. So if you like your film sleazy, cheesy, and a little bit easy, you can listen to us talk about some just incredible films. Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers. We have an episode on that as well. And then next week we're gonna have an episode on demonic toys. So if you like puppets, well.
I'm so excited to listen to this podcast because I'm also like huge fan of just like really shitty bad movies. Like it just if there's a bad one, I really want to see it. Like me and my friend used to like recreate a lot of movies after bad movies.
I hope you're interested in being a guest host because we're always third chair to come on and watch movies, talk about them, and be grotesque and raunchy.
Heck yeah.
That's what we do on that show.
Man, I have a few that we rented from the old movie gallery back in the day. And my mom did not care what we picked either. She did not. She did not care. So
I love it. Absolutely love it.
Have you done an episode on Teeth yet? 2007.
We haven't done any. I think the most recent film we've done, like a full episode, was Zombievers. But Teeth is one that we've gotten requests for. So I definitely think but I also that's one of those movies. I feel like we need a female voice.
Let's go.
Have you seen it, Jericho?
I've definitely seen it. I've seen it multiple times.
I actually haven't, so I would love to watch that.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Oh my god, it's so
making plans. We're making plans.
All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. We appreciate it. Make sure if you're tuning in at the end, go watch it from the beginning. If you guys are listening from Spotlight's Game Pod, make sure check us out if you would like. We're just a couple weirdos, jkgames podcast, and we will see you next time. Bye.
See you next time.
We'll listen again together.